Hey everyone, welcome to Reddit Readout. Today we are checking out Am I the A-hole? Story 1. AITA for being mad at my fianc for getting me food. Okay, this is gonna sound like I'm a horrible person, but my fianc and I made plans to get fast food, which since I'm on a diet I can't have a lot. We had made plans to order when we were both awake because we have opposite sleeping schedules. We made this plan 3 days ago. Well, today I wake up and there's 2 cold burgers in the fridge from the place that we said we were going to get food. Now I don't like reheated food because it causes sensory issues, which he knows about. Now if the burgers had been like a chicken sandwich or something I would have been fine, but they were 2 Big Macs, which I absolutely do not like reheated. I know it's a stupid thing to be upset about, but I feel like he went against the plan, got himself hot food and then got me leftovers. Which he wasted his money because I can't eat cold burgers. I'm not being picky, it's an autism thing. So now I'm sitting here upset because the thing I was looking forward to for 3 days is something that I can't eat. And I just wanna know AITA for it. Also, we can't afford to get it again, it was a one-time treat. Story 2. AITA for kicking my sister's boyfriend out of the house. I, 22F, have a little sister, 15F, who has a boyfriend, 17M. I already don't approve of their relationship since the guy is the definition of a bad influence, smokes, drives a motorcycle and occasionally even drinks, but I figured I should let my sister do whatever she wants. After all, I'm not her guardian, so I guess I don't even have a say in this. I moved out a couple of years ago, but my parents went out of town and they asked me to watch my sister for a week. Of course she wanted to have her boyfriend over while mom and dad weren't home. I understood that and I let her have him over under the condition that they just hang out. They wanted to hang out in the basement and again I said yes. This is where I think I'm in the wrong. I had a gut feeling that something bad was going to happen, so I trusted my gut and eavesdropped on them. I started secretly listening to their conversation just when my sister's boyfriend asked her to smoke pot with him. I flipped. I barged in and asked the boy to leave. When he asked why, I told him I had heard his offer. He realized what I meant and left running out of the house. Now, my sister is mad at me and says that I ruined her moment with her boyfriend. I completely understand why she's mad at me. She should be entitled to her privacy and I shouldn't have eavesdropped on her, but thank God I did. She's already a victim of peer pressure and I don't want her condition to get to the point of using substances. So, AITA. Story 3. AITA for not replying to my ex-sil. 10 years ago my so arrived to this country with his dad, we met, got married and have a son. Mil and Bil arrived about 1 year ago. During the time my Bil had a live-in GF who he impregnated, broke up before the baby was born and he left the country. With immigration changes, they were able to arrive 4 months ago, brought by my in-laws as my Bil already found a new GF. So, my ex-sil is now living with her daughter who is 1.5 in my in-laws' home. We previous met once in person and would send her birthday and Christmas gifts yearly until she got here. Once they arrived my so and I bought many things they would need. I felt so bad for her because my Bil acted like shit and having a baby I know what it's like. At first, she never really texted me when she got a phone, which I thought she would. Recently she got her work permit after I helped her apply. My mill asked for my help applying jobs in her area. She was low contact with me but she did send me some emails she would get, so I kept helping, brushing it off. Once she got her first interview from Target, she told me she was going to get dressed and would call me right back and never did. Days later, my mill told me she never did the interview because she still didn't have the daycare set. But I'm like, why didn't she tell me so I don't waste my time? I applied her to over 100 jobs and took many assessments for her. I'm a Sam and doing university part-time online while taking care of my house and dog as well. I felt a little upset. But, after 2 weeks she teased me again and said she finally got the daycare. She went to Target and other places but they had nothing. She told me, look, I really want a job, I need to find anything. I said okay, I will help you, but please tell me what you are looking for, so that I only apply for what you want. Again she didn't go to another interview because she says she didn't have anyone to care for her daughter. I'm like, wait, what? Then, yesterday morning she gets a message from Cheek Phyla for interview request. I said awesome, I can help you set it. They have for tomorrow in the evening, so I know someone can stay with the baby-in-laws or home. I sent her the address and asked to verify. She never responded to me. 20 min later I see an Insta story that she's drinking wine. She was taking me for granted. She messaged me today and said, look, I set it this date for next week but I have to change it. How can I do that? And I see she had set it yesterday but chose not to tell me. I didn't even open her message and just won't reply because she needs me to help her change the date when she doesn't have the decency to reply to me. I'm the only one in her life that knows the language. You'd think she would be more grateful from the beginning that I want to be part of her life, and help her with anything she needs. If I was her I'd be more grateful. So AITA for not replying this time? Story 4. AITA for refusing to print out some forms for my stepdaughter. Stepdaughter 17 and I don't have a relationship nor any form of interaction for the last 2 years. I used to be friendly to her and her 2 siblings, helping here and there with what they needed, shopping, pick up and drop off to different activities, plus I was also doing all the cooking, cleaning, entertaining, organizing trips and activities for all. But no matter how nice or helpful I was to her, I always felt rejected. Initially I thought it was normal and it was a matter of time for her to open up to me. Her other 2 siblings were simply cordial, which was fine to me. 4 years passed by and things got worse. She was only acknowledging me whenever she needed something. Other than that, I was made feel like an object. No hello, goodbye, not even looking at me. We both could be in the same room and she'd just pass me by like if I was part of the decor. She was always wearing her AirPods around me and she was never helpful around the house, neither her siblings. I got tired of feeling used and rejected, so I stopped doing anything with and for her. Husband was not happy at all. We had so many fights and arguments about it, but I stood my ground. After 2 years of having peace of mind by not acknowledging one another, husband is out of town texting me that his daughter wants to know if she can email me some forms to print out and give them to her. Not only I said no, but also pointed out at how ballsy she was for requesting my help considering our situation. Also got mad at my husband for entertaining her request knowing how bad things are among us. Acknowledging me only when she needs my free services was one of the many reasons I wanted nothing to do with her. I had a big fight with my husband over the phone. He's beyond upset at me and finds me petty. Stepdaughter lives with her mom a couple blocks away from us. She has an older half-brother that also lives in the neighborhood. They get along very well. Her mom has lots of friends and extended family, so clearly I'm not the only resource she has. The task wasn't going to take lots of my time and effort. Even though it was requested at 10 p.m., I could have printed it out and left it in the front porch for her to pick it up in the morning. So, AITA for not helping the stepdaughter with her simple request? Story 5. AITA for telling my daughter's boyfriend to stop groping her. So I, 44F, have a 20F daughter Alexandra and she has a boyfriend Marcus, 21M. When she first introduced us, I was happy and thought he was really nice and good for her. Today, my husband and I had my parents and my sister come over to our house. Alexandra was also there and invited Marcus over as well, which I was fine with. After Alexandra was done introducing Marcus to her grandparents and aunt, I noticed that Marcus seemed excessively showing my daughter affection, such as long drawn-out kissing, hugging her for long periods, and letting her lay sprawled out on him on the couch. It made me feel uncomfortable, but I let it slide until I noticed Marcus was groping my daughter's ass while they kissed on one of my living room couches. I snapped by yelling, making them break away from each other, and said that Marcus needed to stop groping my daughter because it made me uncomfortable and it was disgusting to do in front of other people. There was silence until my daughter stood up and told me that she was leaving in a quiet tone. I tried to stop her, but she left anyways with Marcus. Alexandra later texted me that I was an asshole and a prude for embarrassing her and Marcus like that. I showed the text to my husband and he said that while I was right, I could have been nicer about it. Story 6. Wibda for confronting a dude, whom I don't even know, talk bad about me to people he does not know. So I, 18, am in final year of high school trying to make it through the remaining 6 months. Getting straight to the point. An 11th grader who I don't even know stalked me and followed a random guy from my previous school, again whom he does not know. He texted this guy about me saying stuff like, oh, she is a bitch and everyone hates her. So I decided to confront him regarding this, and when I did he acted like he didn't know what I was talking about. After I sent him the screenshots of saying stuff about behind my back, he started talking and made it seem like I caused the problem, when he very knows he was the one who started it. And before I could talk to the principal about this, he had already sent an email to the principal with the screenshots of me supposedly coming at him for no reason, which is completely false. He unsent the text where he was being just as mean so that it seems like I'm the oppressor here when in reality I'm the victim. Story 7. Wibda if I told my mom I really don't like the gift she got me for Christmas. Today my mom, 40F, gave me, 18F, my highly anticipated Lego gift that was a rip-off AliExpress Lego set. I don't mean to sound ungrateful of course, but I specifically told her I wanted the official Lego set and that I'd be 100% willing to chip in or even pay the €250 in full. She told me no, I'll take care of it. And I once again specified sure, but I do really want the official Lego set. She orders a lot of stuff from Temu and AliExpress, and again told her I'd be willing to pay for the set. She did not communicate with me again about the set, so I figured she found a good deal for a second-hand one or something, which I'm fine with, as long as it's the real deal. Imagine my disappointment when I got home from shopping and she gave me a bag that was identical to those standard AliExpress bags. I regained some hope when she said there was no box anymore, but when I pulled out the booklet I noticed the knockoff brand name, which made my heart drop. I didn't tell her aside from a hey, this isn't official, to which she answered, does that matter? On the inside I was and still am super disappointed, not only in the set because it didn't even 100% match the one I wanted, but also in my mom for not communicating this with me. She said she spent €33 on it and thus that's why she bought it. Because it was cheap. I feel as if I was cheated out of an item I have wanted, and still want, basically since it was released, February 2021. I'm really struggling because I know she meant well, but it feels like she betrayed my trust a bit. I don't want to hurt her feelings, which I know I will if I tell her this. TLDR, my mom got me a cheap AliExpress ripoff of a Lego set I really wanted the official version of despite my offers to chip in or pay for the real set in full. Wibda? That's all for today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.